You know, all that future tech we dream about? Things like AI doctors, cars that drive themselves, cities that basically run themselves. Well, it all depends on something we hardly ever think about: data storage. Let's dive into the absolutely massive challenge this presents and the seriously clever solutions that are being cooked up to solve it.
But before we get into all the nitty-gritty technical stuff, let's just zoom out for a second. What's all this data even for? I mean, what kind of world are we actually trying to build with it?
Well, for starters, a healthier one. Just imagine an AI that helps doctors create cancer treatments that are completely tailored to you. We're already seeing systems that can pinpoint tumors for radiation so precisely that they cut the damage to healthy tissue by 30%. That's a world where treatment isn't just more effective, it's way, way safer. Or how about this? Feeding a growing planet. Data-driven vertical farms, which, don't care about the climate or the soil outside, can create the absolute perfect growing conditions indoors. Some pilot programs have shown that a facility of just 7,000 square meters can produce a staggering 900,000 kilograms of vegetables every single year. And this tech can make our cities feel more human, too. In Shanghai, for instance, some communities have installed smart water meters in the homes of elderly folks who live alone. If that meter doesn't detect much water usage over 12 hours, it automatically pings a community worker to just go and check in. See, that's not just smart tech. That's proactive, data-driven compassion. So yeah, that's the dream, right? Personalized healthcare, food for everyone, and cities that actually care for their residents. But to make any of that a reality, we have got to solve one single monumental problem. By the end of this decade, we're on track to create data on a scale that is, well, it's almost impossible to wrap your head around. We're going to need a new word for it. It's called the Yottabyte. And we're not just talking about 1 yottabyte total. We'll be generating 1 yottabyte of data times every single year. So what on earth is a yottabyte? It's a 1 with 24 zeros after it. It's a trillion terabytes. To put that into perspective, that's enough storage for a high-def video that would run continuously for over 200 million years. Yeah. And here's where it gets really wild. That's a 23-fold increase in the amount of data we create every year compared to just 2020. That is an incredible rate of acceleration. And this isn't just big companies. It's the explosion of data from our phones, our smart homes, our cars. The challenge isn't just the sheer volume, it's the speed that this data tsunami is heading our way. So how in the world do we handle this data explosion? Well, researchers have come up with a roadmap, and it's built on 6 core pillars. These are designed to help us not just survive the yottabyte era, but actually thrive in it. All right, here they are, the 6 key features our future storage systems are going to need. We're talking about everything from brand new physical materials to store the data on to completely rethinking how these systems are built. It means building in a kind of digital immune system for protection and, this is a big one, making sure the whole thing is sustainable. Let's take a closer look at a couple of these. Okay, this right here is a really fundamental shift in how we think about computing. For decades, we've done it the way you see on the left. We move these massive amounts of data to a central processor. It's like shipping raw materials from all over the country to one single factory. It's super inefficient, and it causes all these digital traffic jams. The future is data-centric. We move the processing power, the factory, out to where the data already lives. This one change can dramatically boost efficiency and slash energy waste. As our data gets more and more valuable, it also becomes a much bigger target for things like ransomware. Right now, our approach is often reactive. We basically fix things after they break. The future needs what's called intrinsic data resilience. Think of it like a digital immune system that's proactive. It's designed to constantly be on the lookout, detecting and defending against threats before they can do any real damage. So with data stored all over the place, in the cloud, on our devices, everywhere in between, how do we get it where it needs to go efficiently? The answer is something called an intelligent data fabric. The best way to think about it is like a Waze for your data. It's an automated system that's constantly analyzing the whole network to find the fastest, most efficient route for information to travel from where it is to the app that needs it. And the storage itself has to get smarter in 2 really important ways. First, advanced media. Think of it like inventing a new kind of suitcase material that lets you pack 10 times more stuff into the same space. We need new physical materials that can hold way more data in the same footprint. But just as important is data intelligence. This basically turns storage from a passive filing cabinet into an active librarian who has already read every single book.
The system doesn't just know where the data is, it understands what the data means, making it instantly ready for really complex AI tasks.
Now, we can't talk about a future filled with yottabytes of data without hitting on a massive consequence: energy. Powering all of this storage has a real environmental cost. And that brings us to our final and maybe the most important pillar.
Let's just look at the numbers for a second. By 2030, it's projected that data centers in just one country, China, will eat up 3.7% of the nation's entire electricity supply. And of that huge number, storage systems could be responsible for almost a third. These are not small numbers. The energy footprint of our data is absolutely enormous.
But here's the good news. The same intelligence we're using to manage the data can also be used to manage its energy use. Innovations like AI-optimized cooling systems in data centers, which smartly adjust settings based on real-time data, can cut the energy used for just cooling by a remarkable 40%. That's millions of tons of carbon emissions saved. So let's bring this all back together. From advanced media to sustainable practices, these 6 pillars, they're not just abstract techie concepts. They are the actual foundation we need to build for that data-driven world we were dreaming about at the start. And really, this quote from the initiative behind this research says it all. This isn't a problem for one company or one country to solve. It's the cornerstone of our entire digital economy, and it is going to take a massive collaborative effort from everyone to build it right. The future of medicine, food, and our cities is literally being written in data. We've seen the technologies that are going to be our tools. The only question left is, are we ready to build?